Welcome back to the channel, everybody. If you haven't been following us on Facebook or Instagram, which you should do, and the links are in the description, you don't know that we picked up a commuter car. I was raised, my first car that got me working on vehicles was a 90s Honda. I've always kind of had an affinity for Honda cars, import cars in general. So it's no surprise to most everyone that knows us that when we were stuck at home for a few years, we were going to buy another Honda. So we have a 2009 Honda Fit. We got a really good deal on it. It needed just a little bit of work. The work's done. It's great. We love it. It gets 30 miles to the gallon. It's the fastest slow car I've ever driven, and it's a ton of fun. At the same time, since we bought the Fit, I have taken a new job with a company called Twisted Throttle and Denali Electronics. And so Denali Electronics creates LED lighting for motorcycles, trucks, cars, whatever. Super high-end, super nice lighting to make you more visible and to help you see better on the road. So over the next couple of episodes that we release, we're going to be highlighting some of those products, and today we're going to be talking about the DENALI B6 brake light. So the Fit is, it's tiny, it's really plain and utilitarian, and so it blends in, and so we wanted it to stick out a little bit. We're going to add lights to the front to let it be seen a little bit easier on the road and to be able to light up the road a little more. But before we do that, we wanted to work on brake visibility. So conspicuity is a big thing in the motorcycle world, to be seen from other vehicles. It pretty much applies the same way to a commuter car like the Honda Fit. So we're going to mount two B6 brake lights to the rear valence panel of the Honda Fit just above the license plate. So if you've got a motorcycle, we sell a kit for the B6 light that mounts directly to your license plate, and it's super simple. So with the car, the license plates are different sizes, and so we're going to go ahead and flush mount these, which we also sell a kit with a waterproof gasket and everything, so that you can flush mount them to pretty much any flat surface that you can drill into. So we're going to do that today. Let's take a look at where we're going with it and take a look at the product. So the unboxing here is a little anticlimactic because there are some really good products there that we aren't featuring in this video in particular. A couple of those will come up in different videos. As you can see here, this is what the B6 will look like when you get it from Denali. This is the flush mount gasket that goes between the standard B6 as it comes in the box and whatever flat surface you're mounting that to. Also works as a really good template for drilling your holes. This is the B6. We got it with the license plate mount attached to it. We thought we were going to be able to modify it a little bit to work on a standard vehicle license plate. Probably could have eventually, but it wasn't really worth the hassle considering it's a commuter car. The idea is that it's a budget production and it's okay to drill holes in the back. You'll see there two set screws that attach the B6 to the mount. Just pop those guys off with an Allen wrench and you have the standard B6 how it comes just by itself. This will be the only part of the install that's just a little bit unnerving. Anytime you're drilling into sheet metal on a vehicle, it's just a little bit nerve-wracking. Not a big deal. Use good oil whenever you are using your drill bits and take your time. There's no rush, no one's timing you. Measure twice, cut once, or drill once, and everything will be fine. Obviously, it's a $4,000 car, so if something bad happens here, we can fix it pretty easily or not, and it's not that big of a deal. The nicer the car, the slower and more precautious I would be. Installing these lights flush mounted is really simple. You have to make room for the wire to come through, which is the big hole here, and the two smaller holes are just going to be the mounting holes for the bolts that come through. There's a washer and a nut on the back side. You'll see here simply putting the gasket on to make a watertight and a dustproof seal, and then pulling all the wires through the bigger hole. All this is outlined in the instructions that come from Denali, but the connector just fits through the hole, and then you can wire it on the other side after you attach your lights to the back of the car. So we repeated this on the other side. Same process. Start with a smaller drill bit and step up to the larger one. To allow you a little bit more flexibility there on your drilling. Now it's time to move to the inside. We're going to remove the interior cladding On the Fit, it's simply a bunch of pop clips. I think there was one screw holding in the handle insert, but beyond that, everything pops out. Consult your owner's manual for full disassembly instructions. So on the Honda Fit, it's a 2-wire setup, and so what I'm gonna do is get in here, and I've got my fancy multimeter, and I'm going to depress the brake pedal, put a piece of scrap wood into the floor and hold the pedal down so that I can get a reading on the light to make sure I know which one's ground, which one's power, and make sure I know what I'm tapping into before I jump into this. This might be a little crude, but it definitely works. Don't hate. So electrical wiring 101, there's 2 wires coming into the plug. One's a ground, one's a power wire. We're gonna hook up the multimeter to 12 volt. When the brake pedal is depressed, it's gonna show us which one is sending in a positive signal. That's obviously your positive wire. You can see here, went ahead and used the supplied posi-taps to tap into the positive wire going to the third brake light. We also had to tap into the running light circuit for the license plate light to give us that 50% brightness level for the B6. That way it can get the signal from the driving light circuit to power it all the time when the lights are on, and then whenever I depress the brake at 100%, giving the full lumens backwards whenever the third brake light is initiated. I have the benefit of making a YouTube video, so I already tested all the lights to make sure they work. Then all you have to do is put in your interior panel. Like I said, just bump clips for the Fit, plus 1 screw in the handle. Tighten all that stuff up, make sure that it's not going anywhere and all your wires are secured, and you're ready to take it out on the road and test it out. In super slow-mo here, you're gonna see whenever I turn the key on and turn on the lights, you're gonna get the 50% presentation from the DENALI B6, and then I hit the brakes and you automatically see that difference of 100%, almost 900 lumens. Make sure to check out the link to the DENALI B6 in the description. We'll link that out to the DENALI store and go check it out. It's a super affordable, easy way to add visibility to your commuter car, your SUV, whatever, your motorcycle, which is what it was designed for initially. It's a great way to add visibility, and it really will knock your socks off on just how flippin' bright it is. But we're going to go wait for it to get dark, and then we're going to go drive around and get some footage, hopefully, and show this thing off at night and show how really bright it is. This video was super fun to put together. The time it takes to install these is really minimal. Probably would have been about 2 hours had it not been over 100 degrees and had I not been recording the whole time. But super easy install. You really need like a bare minimum amount of tools, and the result is kind of crazy. It's just so bright. So make sure you subscribe to our channel. Go follow us on social media. We're at Okie Nomads on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere that you can be. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.